unforgiving, slanderers, without self-control, brutal, despisers of good, traitors, headstrong, haughty, lovers of pleasure rather than the lovers of God, having a form of godliness but denying its power, and from such people turn away. For of this sort are those who creep into households and make captives of gullible women, loaded down with sins, led away by various lusts, always learning and never coming to the knowledge of truth. Now such as Janus and Jambres resisted Moses, so these also resist the truth. Men of corrupt minds disapprove concerning the faith, but they will progress no further, for their folly will be manifested to all, as theirs also was. Did you catch this list? Listen, Timothy is talking about the church. He's talking about believers here. These are how believers are acting. Did you notice the church's description in verses 1 through 5? It's a horrible description. Look at that. For men will be lovers of themselves. I mean, it's just disgusting what's going on today. You have preachers that are homosexuals that are in the pulpits today. That's an abomination unto God. Amen? You have lesbians that are preachers. That's an abomination unto God. That's not so. I tell you what, it's a good thing we live under the age of grace. Amen? If we were living under the Old Testament law, those people would be dead right now. God said in the Old Testament, you kill these people because it's a corrupt lifestyle. God didn't create Adam and Steve. He created Adam and Eve. Amen? I think God knows what He's doing when He created people. It's man that tries to corrupt the nature of God. The church's description in verses 1 through 5, and you see the deception in verses 6 through 7. You see the church is corrupt. They can't even have good wisdom. They even corrupt wisdom according to verses 7 through 8. And the damnation of time in verse number 9 proceeds no further. In other words, the church is not going to get away with this. The church needs to wake up and be holy and righteous and start doing good. Amen? Amen. I've never seen so much corruption in the church today in my 35 years of preaching. And when you expose it, I'm the one that gets crucified. I haven't changed my doctrine in 35. What's happened? The church has changed. The preachers have changed. They've compromised doctrine just for the sake of numbers. I will not do that. There is so much corruption in the church today. It's unbelievable. People come in and they're allowed to do anything under the sun because the leadership hasn't got enough guts to expose it and take care of it. And you wonder why the nations go in the pot. Did not the Bible say that if we want to have revival, it's got to start where first? In the house of God. Mm-hmm. If we ain't get the church straightened out, how do we expect to get unsaved people straightened out? And it grieves me. I weep over this thing because if American churches don't get their act together, we're going to fall. We're going to fall. Where are the preachers with backbone today? Where are the preachers that will stand in the gap and preach it like it is, no matter what happens? Where are they? Listen, America has present sins, and the church is no better off. But I want you to notice something else. Notice the nuclear front. Pakistan, Iran, China, North Korea continues to taunt the world with this nuclear program, and the threat of nuclear and 9/11 is growing, while our president, this very moment, is reducing our weapons and military. Did you know that? I tell you what, hang on to your hats, people. I think the rapture's coming soon, because look what happened this week over in the Middle East. Look at Syria. Not a pretty picture right now. That's going to be a bloody bath. And when we get into this prophecy, I'm going to name you 5 countries that I preached on years ago And people laugh saying, no, these 5 countries are prevalent today. They're here today. Laughed at 25, 30 years ago. But these 5 countries are here now. And one of them is Iran. Watch for Iran. Watch the Middle East. That's our key.
Yes.
All right? Israel will attack Iran. When that bus blew up this week and killed those innocent Jewish people, they know that Iran did it. It's just a matter of time. Israel's going to lose her patience. Now, what she will do, Israel is very good at finding people who do stuff like that, and they'll go in and they'll assassinate them. They're good at that. They're the best in the world. You can mark it down, just like they did in the Olympics. Remember the Olympics? Years ago? And all those Jewish people, do you realize the nation of Israel got a secret panel together? And they got assassins together, and they found those people, and they killed every one of those people that assassinated those Jews. That's what Israel's doing right now. She won't drop a bomb yet. She'll first find out who did this, and then she'll have them assassinated. But what's going to happen, one of these days, mark it down, people, Iran's going to really do something really tragic, and Israel, she'll have no choice. Okay? I wonder where America will be when that happens. We'll be on her side. I hope so. Nuclear war, people. Watch for it. You're going to see a great nuclear preparation in the future. So pray that our next president will rebuild our arsenal. I'm not for war. Nobody is. But we have to protect ourselves.
That's right.
And right now, our president is slowly and consistently taking away our military power, downsizing it, and also our missile defense systems and all of our missiles. He wants to get rid of them. Can you imagine if we got rid of our defense system, what would happen? I guarantee you we wouldn't be speaking English. I guarantee you that. Any nation like that, if a new America was weak like that, they would trample on our shores. And you know what? If that ever happened, I'm ready. Because I'll tell you what, I'll give my life to protect this country. Watch for the nuclear front. And then also, lastly, watch for the economy. Watch for the economy. You better be paying attention to these G20 summit meetings. You better be paying attention, close attention to the G20 meetings. Because that G20 summit meetings, all that is a bunch of world leaders getting together, and their main purpose is to cause a tsunami. A tsunami is coming in the economic world. Powerful world leaders at these G20 summits, their goal is to destroy the American dollar. That's their goal. And you know what? They're on their way. It's close. It's close. Our national debt now is what? $12 trillion?
Double in 3 years.
$12 trillion and counting. That's going to break us sooner or later. We can't do that. So what's the best way to do it? Make the American dollar worthless. All the nations get together, they get rid of the American money, and they have a one world what? Currency. Which we'll see in a series coming up. The one world leader is going to be a one world government, a one world dictator, a one world money, everything. He's going to control everything. You know, when you look at a situation like this, If we're not on Israel's